Hey guys, fish and chips is pretty much always haram. I'm going to show you a place which is halal, and it's changing the game. It's changing the scene, it's changing the market. It's called Briggs, Wallace and Ben. And this is Faraz as well. We're going to go inside, we're going to check out the food, and we're going to take it back into the car. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Right, we have the goods. What are we thinking? I'm talking to you. No, we're not starting again. This is one take.
I think this is gonna be a good fish and chips. Yeah, it looks a bit like you know the way PF Chang's have this kind of Oriental vibe to it.
Yeah, it's the garnish on top, I think.
He's the first. He's a Salt Bay or fish and chips.
We're gonna repeat the story of why it's called Briggs, Wallace and Ben in the car. I'm going to try not to butcher it. If you're watching, I'm very sorry if I have. So it's called Briggs, Wallace and
Gromit
and Ben. Briggs, Gromit and Ben, because I think it's paying homage to industry leaders in Yorkshire who are leaders of industry, who own lots of
mills
and important things. I'll be honest with you, I know I butchered that. Please do speak to the gentleman inside. He's lovely. He'll explain to you why it's called that. But we're going to chill by the car, we're going to eat, and to note why this is fully halal, unlike most places, is that it has halal beef dripping. Most places will just use vegetable oil. Halal beef dripping and everything, obviously.
And they're famous for?
They're famous for spicy fish and chips, spicy chips and fish. Fish and fish.
It's too cold to give up.
Guys, we're testing the camera. This is on my phone. Faraz, what are we thinking?
Mic check.
Mic 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Okay, we're not going to be in. That is so bent, but I'm going to fix it in editing, guys, because otherwise you won't know it'll be fixed in editing. Okay.
This is a random. Close your eyes, put your hand in, and see what you get.
Also, he gave us a free. What do you call this? What do you call that?
I call it a burger bun.
A burger. You work in food. We call it a bread roll. He called it tea cake. I've heard cob. I've had balm. Do you think balm in that?
Close your eyes and pick it. It's lucky dip.
We've got some free stuff actually. The tea cake was free, which is very kind. So many thanks to the team. We got some tartar sauce.
House-made, homemade.
Some gravy, some mushy peas, which by the way,
spicy mushy peas.
Ooh, they knew two Asians were walking in. Oh, what's the green sauce? Chutney?
And that's a homemade mint chutney. Oh, that's garlic sauce.
That's very interesting, actually. There's a lot of sauces. I didn't realise we've got this much stuff for free. So this is going to be a positive review. I'm joking. It's not nice. But my brother, Foodie Ninja, came here and loved it. I feel like Munchbox suggested it to him. He loved it. Faraz is from London. I thought, you know what? Let's give him.
That looks really good.
So grab a fork. I want you to have the first bite.
Select your sauce. What would you like?
No, have it without the sauce first to see what it's kind of like.
I love my sauces.
Oh yeah, I'm the opposite.
These chips are extra crispy. So when you have them 10 minutes later, they just become normal crispy.
Yeah, they give you the option, which means if you think about it, there's a decent amount of customization because you can have crispy or not crispy chips.
They're really good.
They're actually delicious.
Mr. Fluffy chips.
That's a damn good chip, actually. The fish you can have spicy or not, which means they're making everything fresh. We saw them make it fresh. I didn't want to film because it's like a little family business. I didn't want to get like, the family on camera and stuff like that.
If you look at the kind of effort he's put in, that's like Salt Chip Bay.
That is Salt Chip Bay.
Yeah,
Do you know what?
Chip Fish Bay.
I'm giving the chips a straight up. Hey, man, they are actually, you can taste the beef dripping. It's got a really, it's got a different flavour to it. It's completely different to anything I've had before. It's kind of like a really faint taste of gravy, which is ruining. The description is not as good as it tastes great.
It's not greasy at all. Usually with normal frying oil, it tends to drip. But if you look at this kind of paper here,
go pick that up. It's not greasy at all, like even a little bit, but it also still has like that kind of feel of a chip. It doesn't feel like an oven chip. It's 100% fried, but it doesn't have the greasiness.
You know what it tastes more like? mashed potato. It's got the
Yeah, yeah, it does.
good old mama's roast potato.
Crispy on the outside, fluffy. Let's try the fish. So I'm super excited. The garnish on this is the poshest fish and chips I've ever seen. Has anyone seen the show called The Bear? This is the kind of fish they make in that show. It's very posh. Okay, I'm taking a big chunk. Let me bring it to the camera, but of course I can't actually see myself in the camera right now. It's on my phone, so I don't know if you can see that or not. Spicy, but not too spicy. Wow, it's so crispy. The cod is very flaky. You know, one thing I'd say, I think I'd prefer it without the sauces, you know.
The only thing I'd say is when you try to make a spicy fish and chips and you put a lot of masala in it, it just gets a bit dense.
Fraz, make sure you're looking at the people there, because I'm right here.
Sorry, he's just such a good looking guy, I ended up looking that way. But,
I'm gonna try the grip.
so, my only...
I think that's, I'm using iPhone though, it's not that wide, so step a bit further back as well. And then speak up as well, so the mic's not that good, so.
For my first video for him, it's certainly making me run around a lot. Yeah, so what I was saying before Mr. Heyman decided to tell me to adjust myself is that the only thing about having masala fish and chips that the actual batter, because it's a lot more dense, if you don't eat it quickly,
Yeah.
it flattens, and that's kind of the case here. We're having it really fresh, but
I mean the sauces can do that too. If there's too much wetness on top, it kind of makes it have that kind of soggy, heavy consistency. But I do enjoy it, like please don't get me wrong, but I would have it to help that, I think, have it without the sauces.
I prefer this to a normal tandoori style fried fish.
Yes, delicious.
If this was in an Indian restaurant,
Yeah.
in smaller pieces, I
What
would
would you give out of 10? I'd give the chips a 9, they're very good. What would you give the fish?
Chips 9. I'd give it a solid 8.
Yeah, I'd give the fish an 8, so I really enjoy it. Try some of the gravy. It's nice. It's good. It's a good gravy, though. It's a good gravy, that.
If any of you guys have ever had poutine, that's the type of gravy that you have on top of that. It's rich, it's fatty.
And then I thought I'd give London Boy a little bit of the north. You don't get this in London, guys. You don't get this in London.
We do, we just have to pay like 20 quid.
Yeah.
That's why we don't get it.
No, my hometown is terrible because, yeah, fish and chips is good 15, 14, 15, 16 quid. And it's not great.
So
Aylesbury's not great.
my closest chip is in Richmond, and to sit inside you're looking around 14, 15 pounds.
It's a lot.
Which is why we don't really...
It's prohibitive. The cost is prohibitive. Oh, do you know what? Try to just make it keep dipping into something. Try the curry sauce.
Who's right with?
Just a chip. Because that's spicy, I wouldn't really mix spice with spicy curry sauce. Just one lot of spices is enough for me. You can see the little bits in there. It's cut up lots of little bits of like spices. I think this is
quite chunky.
ginger.
It's got like a good...
It's good. It's nice.
Chunkiness. Chunky sauce.
Yeah, no, it's actually really good. Really
That's
good.
the one I'm waiting for.
The tartar sauce.
When we get into that,
Oh, okay, let's do the tartar sauce first.
you can't beat... This is a sign of a world-class fish and chips.
Yeah, because most places just have
The
Heinz or something.
You
Yeah,
know the squeezy one?
yeah. This is a homemade tartar sauce actually, which is a lovely touch. To be fair, it looks like they make everything in-house. You can tell they're very passionate about the food, they care.
I find it just a bit stronger.
Yeah, it's not
It's nice, but it's more like
it's like mayo plus mayo extreme.
a really thick, creamy mayo, more than... You can't taste like the capers or the tanginess in it.
Maybe it's for the local market, I'm not sure, but I quite like I like a lot of acidity in my tartar sauce. I like it to be quite strong. It kind of cuts through the fish. With that, maybe it's a bit mellow for me, but it's mayo extreme, you know. But this is, I can't be mushy peas.
That's mushy peas.
Okay. It's sacred mushy, isn't it? Oh no, they are. It's just it's a bit cold, so they've got a bit solid from the top.
Mushy ice peas. Oh, that's good.
That is so. Do you know what?
If you gave us a Bronco with that...
That is. That's gonna HEYMAN. These are actually unbelievable. I've never had spicy mushy peas.
I'd have that for breakfast with a...
That 10-10. That's my favourite condiment or side so far.
By far, that's the one.
That is actually unreal.
I think that's why he gave us the bread. He looked at us and he thought, you know what? They look like they need something to scoop up the mushy peas with.
That was very good. That actually was. Do you know what? That's really nice. I'll be honest. Gravy was very good. The curry sauce was decent. The tartar sauce I wasn't really a fan of. The fish was tasty. The chips were unreal, and this is unreal
The
too.
one thing I say about the actual fish itself, it's really, really high quality fish. It's
Yeah.
not frozen. It's fresh.
Yeah.
It's flaky. It's chunky. It's a really good quality fish. The only thing I haven't tried is this.
Do you know what I've just realised?
You need
This
to
whole
try
time-
it. Is this raw chili or not? You need to try this.
It's too spicy. I was supposed to record a TikTok, and I completely forgot. So
Oh, that's just sweet pepper.
I'm good.
Huh?
You're tricking me. You're tricking me. No, you're tricking me. I know what you're doing. Guys, we're freezing. So, out here in the cold, I brought my good friend for us up to Bradford. For that alone, I think this deserves a like. So please, it takes 2 seconds for you guys, but it helps me out a lot. Hit like. We're going to sit in the car. We're going to chill in the warmth. And then, do you know what? Like,
This will
this
actually,
is- no, no.
actually warm me.
this is going to become a trend. If you watch the last video for us, he did the exit. He finished the video. We're doing it again. So, guys, he's going to exit the video for us.
So, this is my first time ever in Bradford. One of my dreams was always to eat fish and chips on a cold Thursday night in the middle of Bradford, which I've now achieved. Stay tuned. Our next video is going to be somewhere really, really interesting. Definitely not near Bradford. Take care, guys.
Bye.